It's 2019's first overall pick, Kyler Murray, taking on this year's first overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. It's the Cardinals and Jags, and they square off next.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 21 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
He's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Going to throw deep for the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault, and he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On 1st down, Lawrence. And he'll find Akins there, complete.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Hyde is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. His first carry, he loses the football. Then the Jags grab it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
What are you doing?
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And 22 more yards there and another first down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And able to find Kirk complete. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Connor.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
James Conner.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On third down, Lawrence.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a first and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10 at their own 13.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Connor on the toss left side. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And of course, Next-gen stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
First down, Cardinals after the catch there by DeAndre Hopkins. Remember, he spent 7 seasons in Houston, now in his 2nd year with Arizona, and went over 10,000 yards receiving for his career last year. Another big season, also tied his career high with 115 catches, none bigger than the Hail Murray against the Buffalo Bills.
Damian Wilson in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. There's the stiff arm. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Connor. A first down for Connor and then some. Touchdown, Cardinals! Yeah. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's his 2nd touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats. Prater on to add the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. They'll run here with Robinson, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Lawrence to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, open man right side is Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Lawrence. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll run it now with Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Look at me. Go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. From the gun on third down, Murray. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Murray a give. This is Conner.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dwayne Smoot. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This Jacksonville unit really struggled to get to the quarterback in 2020. Just 18 sacks as a team. Only Cincinnati had fewer. Remember, they used to be known as Saxonville. They want to get back.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. But Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And a dump off here to Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, we've often talked, and rightly so, about how great a story James Robinson was last year. Undrafted as a running back to over 1,000 yards rushing as a rookie. But what gets lost, especially for being a big man like he is, he's a great asset as a pass receiver, too. 49 catches for close to 300.
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And Charles, you can see on the next-gen stats, he traveled an even 40 yards after the catch. Set to return it, here's Moore. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play. Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Murray going to throw. And the reception made by Green. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of...
And he fights his way in, not giving up, and it's a Cardinal touchdown.
James Conner
on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the AFC South. It's Indianapolis on the road at Tennessee. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. A.J. Brown, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map to check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And that game all tied up with the visiting L.A. Chargers. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they've had their way running the football, well over 100 yards already as a team, with 2 more quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this one is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And I think it's safe to say we know who the game ball's probably going to after this one.
Without a doubt, they're going to stand up in the middle of the locker room after the game, and the head coach is going to say, great performance, terrific, game ball. Right here, going to present it to him. And if he's smart, he'll accept the game ball, then say, dinner on me for the offensive line at the best steakhouse in town. Make sure those guys are taken care of.
Those O-linemen have helped him to 4 touchdown runs. Murray now on first down.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Dwayne Smoot able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll throw on first down with Lawrence. A slant to Jones.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run again here with Robinson. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020. He expects that to continue in 2021.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
They run. Robinson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Lawrence will throw.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 76 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with a football.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
More now on the return.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here's Murray from midfield. It's complete to Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence caught on the right side by Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister. Not much there, only a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A gain of 32 that time. They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 27, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Murray now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a give to Edmonds. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 14. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. He'll try and run for it with Conner. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, 14 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Let's go.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here's Lawrence. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Moore on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Murray now. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, it's Connor, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Prater's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Lawrence there, complete to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. It's complete to Robinson. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 35. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dwayne Smoot in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 7, 57 seconds to go. Pass complete to Robinson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining that the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.